Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you with another offering off of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, it's a series of videos that I've been doing for a little while now, albeit only recently with the fancy new chair. Which just debuted in my last episode, where I tried out some jalapeno chocolate-covered bacon. Give that episode a watch. But yes, that is the name of the game as far as this show goes, folks. I go over there, I try out food and drink items, I consume them, I wear nerdy and or late 2000s metal band shirts. It's a thing, got my badass Mega Man shirt on today. I didn't highlight that in my last episode, I was too infatuated with the chair. But yes, folks, and I go over there and I talk about stuff, it's a whole thing, I ramble, I don't know. Some people seem to enjoy it, that's why I keep doing it. If people don't enjoy it, let me know too. I mean, why not, I guess? Feedback is feedback? Sure, let's go with that. So anyway, folks, I'm going to jump right into it. Because you see, folks, I'm going to need the full power of the chair today to help me with this one. Because I've had this one for a little while now, and I've been tentative about consuming it. And now I hear you say, Brandon Wenzel, this guy, what could be so strange and or horrible that even you, the just garbage disposal of a human being that you are, would be tentative about trying on your terrible, terrible show? Well, folks, let me introduce you to a friend of mine. Heavy friend. Yes, indeed, folks. Let me introduce you to Okroshka Kvas. Let's see if I say Okroshka Kvas. That's what I'm going with, folks. You can see the thing. I can read. I can't read that. But I imagine it says the same thing on the other side. Yes, indeed, folks. Okroshka Kvas. The hell is that? I hear you say. Now, for my Russian audience, do I have a Russian audience? Let's build a Russian audience. I have a hamster named Chekhov. He's a hamster. Some of my hamsters are like from the Russian region. I mean, not these ones specifically, but like their heritage. And I have another hamster named Cherno Alpha. He's named after the Russian Jaeger from Pacific Rim, which he was the coolest one. They did him dirty. Anyway, yeah, you might know what this is. This is a drink that's from generally like Russia and that region and such. And I actually became aware of this some years ago on Stuart Ashen's show. Shout out to Stuart Ashen's. Check out his channel, it's just called Ashen's. It's way better than mine, and he does a similar thing where he tries out stuff. He also does lots of other things because he's like talented and good at what he does, whereas I just wing the shit out of it. But anyway, so yeah, he did a thing on it, and I became intrigued, and I wanted to try some. And lo and behold, one day last year, whilst going through my Caputos in their foreign section, I found this. So, I hear you say, again, Brandon, Wenzel, as it were. Okay, if you've had it for a year, and you already knew about it, and you wanted to try, why wouldn't you try? Why wouldn't you? Why? Well, folks, let me go into a little bit of what this is. So, Kvas, which is the name of what this actual drink. Kvas is a fermented drink from Russia, generally made from rye bread. It's fermented rye bread juice, basically. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's like the sum of it. It's bread drink. Now, that in and of itself is odd enough. I mean, generally you don't drink your bread. I don't anyway. I don't know what the kids are up to these days. Okroshka, I had to look up. I'm not, despite having some Russian-named hamsters, not terribly fluent in the language. Turns out Okroshka is a type of soup. It's made usually with raw vegetables. You get a little meat in there. It's a thing. And usually you serve it with Kvas. So what I have here, folks, in my hand, is soup bread drink. And then I got to thinking about it, and it occurred to me. So Kvas is the name of the drink, right? And I guess Okroshka is the particular flavoring of this particular Kvas. So this is like Russia's equivalent of cherry cola. That's all I got, folks. I guess over here in the West, the vanilla, there's orange vanilla. We had lemon and lime. We've had quite a few things. We're always combining stuff. But over in Russia, they said, fuck that. But in Russian, presumably. And they said soup bread drink. Probably not going to light the world on fire quite the way Coca-Cola has. But who knows, right? No one until they try it. Hence this guy. So, yeah, it's been sitting in my fridge for a bit, and finally, it was soup bread drink time, folks. Because there comes a time in every man's life where he has to drink some soup bread drink from Russia. And that time, ladies and gentlemen, for me, is today. So we're going to try some soup bread drink in my chilled 2005 American League White Sox World Series champion mug. It's not a great mug, and I don't care about the White Sox, but my dad was a big fan, and I still have it. Not even really for sentimental reasons. It's a mug. Why get rid of it? But yeah, and I don't even care about the Sox. But it's perfect for a Okroshka Kvas, if I've ever seen it. Let's do this. Oh, man. You know it's going to be weird. It can't not be weird. Oh, and it's in date, too. I checked, folks, just to make sure. I guess it's carbonated. It looks like it might be. It almost smells a little bit like funky Dr. Pepper. That's the only thing I can kind of describe it as being somewhat similar to. Like, it surprisingly doesn't have like a super fragrant smell. Though to be fair, I'm a little bit stuffed up. It's there, don't get me wrong. But I was expecting, more of a Russian punch to the nostrils. So, anyway, folks, let's give this a shot. We're going to pour it into the mug. This is going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, yeah, it's Russian. It's bready. It's soupy. It's the whole thing. I hope I like it because I've got a lot. It's definitely carbonated. Wasn't expecting that originally. Let's put it over there. See, right now, it looks like it could just be a delicious glass of root beer. I love root beer, folks. Anybody who watches my channel long enough probably know I like root beer. But, it ain't root beer. Who knows? Maybe we're just going to drink it. Soup bread drink. Okay. Okay. Well, it's it's not as weird as I was thinking. Um, it's unusual for sure. I can say that I don't think I've ever tasted anything quite like it. Uh, but I am, however, going to stay in a sort of a similar wheelhouse to my earlier statement of kind of Dr. Pepperish a bit. And I'm not saying it tastes like Dr. Pepper. I'm just saying that that's the closest proximity that my brain can make sense of. Yeah, I do get a bit of a breadiness to it. It's kind of more on the tail end, where I get it. Um, the overall flavor of it, surprisingly, it's not as, punchy as I would have thought. Similar to the smell, it's like it's there, but it's not. Again, I really expected, just the wrath of Lenin to punch me straight in the fucking mouth. Um, yeah, I mean, hmm, I I'm of two minds because on the one hand, I'm kind of disappointed that it's not more weird, but on the other hand, why would I be disappointed about that? Only a crazy person would be disappointed about that. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, the more I drink it, uh, the less impact it really has. Um, I kind of want it. Hmm. Ah, maybe more carbonation or something. I don't know. Yeah, because it does have something of a strange taste, but it's not, like I said, it's not super punchy, and it really doesn't give like much of a zing. You know, and like maybe more carbonation, to get a little bit of a bite kind of going on your tongue, would help it out. Cause like I mean, it is carbonated, but like it doesn't really last. Huh? Yeah, no, I mean, it's honestly, yeah, I mean, it's a weird flavor for sure, but it's not so weird, especially given, its origin and naming. Like, if somebody told me that this was like a craft soda that like from a local person or something like that, I could completely believe that. Versus it being like some weird Russian soup bread drink. If someone told me that, I would genuinely be, excuse me, more surprised because I would expect more from it. This, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, like, branding or whatever. Maybe the version I got is like the, you know, uh, generic name brand version of, the soup bread soda or whatever the hell you want to call it. So maybe there's stuff out there that's got more of a kick to it, and I just got like the super tame stuff. But yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not super punchy, and it is a little bit weird. But because it's not super punchy, although it doesn't make for as interesting a video, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what makes any of my videos interesting. But because it doesn't have that like super punchy flavor, it's not terrible, honestly. I definitely wouldn't like down a whole bunch of this, but it honestly kind of falls under the category of like a number of drinks from kind of that region, because like I've had some Polish drinks and stuff too, where it's like there's like I had like an apple mint one. I didn't do it on the show or anything, but I just tried it at one point. And it's it's a weird flavor for me, not having grown up with that as a combination. But it wasn't like, hi FedEx, maybe you left stuff at my front porch. That'd be nice. But yeah, it doesn't, I mean, it's just weird, but it's not like super offensive or anything like that. I actually had something similar to this a while back. I remember that being much more pungent. This, for all intents and purposes, I can perfectly stomach. I mean, granted, I can stomach most things. I'm fucking Mega Man, bitch. There's not even like a super weird aftertaste or anything. It's really smooth. I said it's got a weird taste, almost like very, very mildly pruny, with then, like I said, you got a little bit like that kind of breadish taste, but it's not particularly, yeah. Honestly, it's, even though I'm talking about it, there's not that much to talk about, even though I've been going for almost 18 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up here in a second. So yeah, folks, apparently, like so many things in life, the soup bread drink didn't live up to the hype that I created for it in my own brain. Instead, I mean, it's an odd, but really not terribly offensive drink or anything like that. I probably wouldn't recommend going out and grabbing a bottle and, adding it to your fridge just for the hell of it. Because it's definitely, hello FedEx people again. They just turned around and came back, so maybe more stuff. I got things coming in. But yeah, I mean, it's for what it is. It's a soup bread drink. Not as weird as you would think. That should be their slogan. Soup bread drink. Not as weird as you would think. So there's a whole Russian jingle in there. I don't know if it rhymes in Russian. But anyway, folks, that's going to be it for me in the soup bread drink. The rest of it's going to go into the fridge. And I will consume it over time. Because it's not terrible. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. So I'm going to sign off here. Do 5 things for me. If you go over there, have a fantastic rest of your day, a stupendous rest of your week, a phenomenal rest of your month, a monumental rest of your year, and a soup bread drink-tastic rest of your life. Which, I mean, I guess would basically just mean that, like, people avoid you and think you're weird, but in reality, you're like, oh my god, it's an analogy for me. Oh, Lord! Anyway, folks, final 2 things for me. If you could go over there and do something positive, bring some positivity into the world, maybe drink up some soup bread drink of your own so that the fine soup bread drink makers of Russia are employed and they're doing things. I guess there's got to be an industry, right? I don't know how that whole thing works. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to go into it. Final thing, folks, if you could go over there, if you could do the thing for me, whatever the thing is for you, folks, I want you to go out and do it. Go out and strike that gold. Race that car. Fight that eagle. It's coming off as oddly unpatriotic. Don't fight the eagle. Don't do that anyway. Don't fight eagles. Never mind the fact they'd probably kick your ass. Like, just don't fight an eagle. Don't fight an eagle. Don't fight an eagle, folks. Instead, do something positive. Fighting an eagle, under most circumstances, would probably not be very positive. I think. Anyway, folks, that's it for me. That's it for Soup Bread Drink. Y'all have a fantastic rest of what the hell ever it is when you're watching this. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Mega Man!